Welcome back to another behind-the-scenes look with the Old School team. In this video, we focus on the new Twisted League as we hear from Mods Acorn, Husky and Flippy.
My mod name is Mods Acorn. I'm Community Manager for Old School RuneScape. My role in the creation of Twisted League as Community Manager is to take player feedback and suggestions and deliver them to the developers and artists. From there, I then take on their changes and communicate them back to the players. Twisted League is a limited time seasonal old school game mode. You are locked to Kurend and Kebos, where you will play as an Iron Man or Iron Woman to complete various tasks to unlock points and relics. These relics will create powerful buffs to the character to help increase the ability to gain more points by completing more challenges. Casual players can absolutely play the Twisted League. There's an ability to be able to do easier tasks or skilling tasks, PVM, various activities that will cater to all types of builds. It's not just who can make it to the top of the high scores, but it's more of how well can you think outside the box to challenge yourself to play the game. One strategy that I've heard quite a lot come up from the community is going straight to Wintertod. This is something that we see quite often when a player creates an Iron Man account. They'll most likely gather some food, maybe the one piece of Clue Hunter that you can obtain in Zeah, and go straight to Wintertod because it's a great way to obtain resources for starting off and ability to train multiple skills in one go, which will tick off a lot of tasks. When you first create an account or use your existing main account, you will be dropped into Tutorial Island. The account will then either skip Tutorial Island or complete it and be immediately dropped into Kurend and Kebos. From there, you will have the option to choose one of 3 relics. Those relics will give you the basis to start your account. Once you select one relic from the option of 3, there's no going back and you are locked in permanently. Twisted League will last approximately 2 months, starting from the 14th of November 2019. Our intent is to do more than just one league, but we will want to take player suggestions and feedback after the first league to be able to create something that both the community enjoy playing and that we enjoy working with them on.
Hey, my name is Husky. I'm a junior content developer who's primarily been working on the Twisted Leagues project for the last 2 or 3 months. One of the questions I've seen a lot is, why Zeah? We had a lot of ideas when we were initially going through them. The biggest, of course, being, why not we just do Mauritania? Swamplex has made that really popular recently. And I guess the honest truth is that we don't actually think that Mauritania will be as fun experience as people think. People enjoy watching it, but playing it might not be so. And Zeah as a continent has really already a lot of things for a lot of different activities, whether it's PVM, skilling, as the high-end sort of tier of content, like the Chambers of Xeric as an end goal. One of the beautiful things about leagues is that it will appeal to both casual and hardcore players. Casual players will have the thrill of competing to achieve a higher rank than they did last time, and the hardcore players will see who can get the top spot. So the rewards for leagues, or Twisted Leagues in particular that we're going through, are mostly cosmetic rewards, purely because we feel that there's a lot of benefit for there being rewards that translate through to the main game. You have players who can compete, maybe just to sell the rewards to other players who want them more. So I don't think it would make a lot of sense if we had the new best in slot weapon come from leagues when you can only get it for 2 months. Also, when you move into the next league, there will be rewards that carry over. We don't want to give players a huge advantage when they start the next league, but we are going to offer some benefits, such as having worlds that you can only access in the league for if you achieved a certain rank, a better starter kit. We're also going to let you keep the pets that you get in their league, they'll carry over, and lastly there'll be a right-click option where you can right-click someone and see what rank they achieved in the previous season. One of the interesting things with leagues that separates it from Deadman is that the base experience boost will be modified by any of the twisted relics throughout the league. The idea is that the player will get more powerful from unlocking the twisted relics, so it's not just going to be a straight flat XP boost for the entire league. As for how far players will get, well, we have a task in there to max. I'm sure someone will do it. It may be an incredibly difficult journey to do that in 2 months, but we're very certain after seeing the power level of these relics that it is possible. I think some of the most interesting challenges on there for those who are going for PVM is that we have time trials for Chambers of Xeric, completing solo Chambers of Xeric in increasing difficulties of time, and that goes for challenge mode as well. I think that a lot of the high-end PVMers are going to have a lot of fun chasing and see who can get some of these firsts. So in the Twisted League, there are a number of tasks which the player has the choice to complete. Each of the tasks are separated into different tiers, from easy all the way up to master, similar to the clue tiers. And each tier of task will have its own point allocation, depending on its difficulty. The points can also be claimed and transferred to your main account, and this is where, once the league ends, you will use these points to purchase rewards from the rewards shop.
My name is Mods Flippy. I recently joined here as a junior content developer for Old School RuneScape. Leagues was originally pitched by Kieran, I think, as a limited time game mode for Old School. Today, I think Leagues is a chance for us to experiment and try out new ideas and bring challenges and different environments to the players. So Zeah is, I think, a great place for a pilot league. I think it's a nice place for both skillers, PVMers. There's a lot of different skilling methods. I think you could theoretically max your entire account only on Zeah. Leagues offers a very high-paced version of Old School in a sense. Apart from a very different experience to the main game, we also have a lot of sick rewards. It's basically cosmetic paradise. So if you're a clue scroll hunter, you'd be happy to hear that all the steps are completable within Zeah. I think some of the most hard challenges are obviously like the really hard tasks that we designed, so obtain a skilling pet or one of the unique drops. That's going to be really difficult for players to achieve. But I also think that something that is new to many players is being a restricted Ironman, where you don't really have the same tools as you would in the normal game. For example, gathering a feather requires running across the entire continent, and once you realize that, it starts slowly sinking in that it's pretty rough. Out of the 3 relics we have revealed so far, I think the infinite run energy might be the most popular, the go-to relic. I'm not sure if it's actually the best relic, personally, but I think it's the one that feels the best to pick. So I think a lot of players are just instinctively gonna go with that. Maybe once they know the rest of the relics, they will change their mind. I'm not sure.
So that concludes our behind-the-scenes look at the making of the Twisted League. The Twisted League launches November 14th, and for a limited time, you can redeem your free 14-day Twitch Prime membership just in time to get you started.